guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Quarter Life Confessions with Rita. If you're new to my podcast, welcome, and you should definitely subscribe. And if you're not new, then welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another episode. This episode's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about my March favorites and least favorites so far. So basically, I'm just going to talk about things that are going on in the world and give you my opinion on it. And I'm also going to tell you some of my favorite TV shows and movies and things like that. So hopefully I will give you some ideas of things to check out. First, let's just talk about the Facebook and Instagram blackout that happened, because I don't know, I think that's a little bit sketchy. I mean, who the heck knows what is going on? I didn't have an issue because I never log out of my Instagram and Facebook, which is really bad, but I didn't have a problem, and it was really weird being on Instagram and seeing like no posts or likes or anything. It was very weird. It was like a ghost town. It was out for a long time, and like, what happened? Like, I know things go down, but that's pretty sketchy. And at the same time, like, that whole thing came out about the plane crashes and how, like, Donald Trump decided to ground the plane that crashed twice and killed, like, hundreds of people. So I was like, is the world ending? Like, what is happening? But I guess it just spazzed out. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I thought it was pretty weird. And also, thank goodness he ground that plane, because, like, no thank you. I will never fly on one of those ever again, even if you decide to bring it back. Because I was reading online that something happened where when the pilot would put the plane on autopilot, it would spaz out and cause the nose of the plane to go toward the ground. That is freaking terrifying. I'm sorry. I don't even have a problem flying. Like, I'll fly anywhere, but my goodness, that is pretty scary. So thank goodness he ground that, and thank goodness Facebook and Instagram are back up, because how did people survive? Honestly, it was probably a good thing that it went down, because people can get a chance to, like, live their life not on their phone. And I thought it was pretty funny, Lindsay Lohan's tweet when she goes at Instagram, please contact me. Like, did she think she was the only one having this problem? If Instagram's gonna contact a celebrity, it's not gonna be Lindsay Lohan. I know I'm a bit late to the party on this one, but that whole Jordan and Kylie thing is just too much for me to deal with, and I just want the truth. Like, if you watched Jordan's Red Table thing with Will Smith's wife, come on, she was bullshitting. I'm sorry. I feel like she was lying. Like, okay, she says she has her legs on top of Tristan, like on the bottom of his legs. What does that even mean? Bitch, why are you touching him? I don't know, I think it's just pretty weird. And the whole beginning of the Red Table thing really actually bothered me, because I feel like it was a well thought out plan to have Jordan on this interview. The Smiths were like, there were 3 families affected by this: the Kardashians, Jordan's family, and the Smiths. Like, no, you guys didn't have anything to do with this until this interview. So please stop. Like, it's not about that. And I know you're trying to make her look good by being like, oh, Will Smith's on my side. I like Will Smith, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, it was such a boring interview, and it was so like, but she seemed like she was tired or stoned, and she didn't have any, like, personality whatsoever. I mean, I don't know, it just seemed a little bit weird and kind of fake to me. But I heard her and Kylie are talking again, so I guess that's a good thing. That's just pretty sad. Like, I don't know how she could even do that. Okay, and my other thing is, she's like, oh, he kissed me. Why are you close enough to him for him to just kiss you? Okay, it's not that easy to just, like, go in and touch lips with somebody. Like, you had to be standing pretty dang close to him. And if you see him coming towards you, like, push him away. I don't know, just a thought. It's not that easy, so something's not right. Something's up with that whole situation. I'll just leave it at that. Sketchy bitch. On another note, for all of the girls out there who like to shop, Charlotte Russe is closing, and I'm really sad. I love Charlotte Russe so much, and today, actually, while I'm recording this, I am going to Charlotte Russe because I have $100 in gift cards. So I'm going to go spend my gift cards before they're not good anymore, and I'm going to do a clothing haul on my YouTube channel, so check that out. My YouTube name is Rita, and hopefully I'll get a bunch of good stuff to show you guys, but I'm sad. They had some good jeans. They really did. That's depressing. I feel like Fashion Nova is actually kind of taking over the world. I love Fashion Nova. They have everything. They add hundreds of new items every day, and they're all really cute items. They fit really well. They have all different sizes. They're cheap. The shipping is super quick. If you need a discount code, go to Retail Me Not. They have some good discount codes. I feel like Fashion Nova is kind of taking over these retail stores that young women are shopping at. I never would have thought Charlotte Russe would have closed, but people like to online shop, and Fashion Nova is super convenient. But I'm the type of person who likes to go into the store so I can try on the clothes before I buy them. I hate dealing with returns in the mail. I have no patience, and I'll end up just keeping it and not wearing it and throwing my money away. I hope that all these other stores stay open, like H&M and everything, but we'll see. So RIP Charlotte Russe. Another thing I would like to vent about is that it is currently spring break for a lot of college students, and even though I'm not in college anymore, I know a lot of people that went away on vacation, like to Disney World and Miami and all these tropical places, and I'm just sitting here recording my podcast, which is fine, but I wish I was recording my podcast from my vacation spot, not from home. Anyone else feel my struggles on that? I think we should all go on a vacay. Definitely need a vacay. Now we're going to get into some drinks that I've discovered this month. So I tried the Cloud Macchiato from Starbucks. It's quote unquote Ariana Grande's drink that she's promoting because she's obsessed with clouds. And I tried the iced cinnamon Cloud Macchiato. I was disappointed. I think it's because I read beforehand that they use like egg white powder in it, and that kind of freaks me out. But not even that, I swear it made me feel so bloated and full, and I think that's probably because of that. I don't know, but it was really filling. It made me feel bloated. The taste was okay, but I'd honestly rather just get a iced cinnamon almond milk macchiato. And I'm currently drinking a iced caramel macchiato, and I like it a lot better than the Cloud. So that's kind of sad because I really wanted to like it, but it's really not worth the money, in my opinion. But to fix your stomach issues, shout out to my best friend because she's the one that told me about this. You should try Essentia alkaline water. Apparently, it's really good for your stomach, and I swear, like, it has helped my stomach. I ate and drank some stuff that really should have screwed up my tummy because I do not have a good digestive system whatsoever. But I was drinking the Essentia water and I had no stomach issues at all, like zero. And they come in really big bottles, so if you drink like a bottle a day or whatever, then you're gonna know you're drinking enough water if you drink the whole bottle. So highly recommend that. Lastly, for this roundup of news stuff that's going on, Aunt Becky is a sketchy mofo and freaking paid $500,000 for her daughters to get into college or whatever. I'm not surprised because I'm sure a lot of people do this, but I'm kind of surprised that she would do that. I watch her daughter. Her daughter is a very famous YouTuber called Olivia Jade, and I watch her on YouTube all the time. She had like partnerships with Sephora and everything. They had makeup collabs together, and they were like, nope, bye, we're done with you. I think Lori, I don't know how to say her last name. I think Aunt Becky got fired from the next season of Fuller House, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's all screwed up. The only thing that I don't like is that like her paying off the college took away opportunities from other people to have a chance to get into the school that maybe really deserved it. Like if they didn't deserve to get into the college, it's not fair to these other kids that didn't get in because there wasn't enough room and they might have really deserved it. So I don't think that's right at all. And I heard someone is suing the school because their kid couldn't get in or whatever. They're suing for like $1 billion or something crazy. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty messed up. They probably regret that because now they're all screwed up. I think people are pissed because Olivia Jade was talking about how she didn't really care about going to school, and she was kind of like meh about the whole school thing on her YouTube channel. So now people are going back and talking about how this is completely unfair because she didn't even want to go and blah blah blah. So that's a whole mess. Okay, now I'm gonna get into some of my favorites, and we're gonna start with TV shows. So I'm gonna start with Marvel shows on Netflix. If you haven't watched the Marvel shows on Netflix, you better do it because who knows how long they'll be up there since they canceled all of them, which we're going to get into in a minute. The Punisher is my favorite freaking show on this planet. John Bernthal, who plays him, is a daddy, and I freaking love him, even though he, like, murders a bunch of people in the show. He's so, like, he's not even that hot. There's just, like, something about his personality / like, vibe. He has good vibes. He's just, I love him so much. Definitely watch The Punisher. They have season 1 and season 2. Both seasons are amazing, like so good. Binge watch them. They're awesome. The Punisher is also in Daredevil. You need to watch Daredevil. That is, I would say, pretty equal to The Punisher. It's a very good TV show. Like, you need to watch it. There's 3 seasons of Daredevil. Loved all of them. And I also watched Iron Fist. Iron Fist was my least favorite of the 3, but it was still very entertaining, but I definitely like the other 2 better. Now, there's also, like, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and The Defenders, and I'm probably missing other ones, but I haven't seen all of them. But you need to watch them in a certain order, because they're all kind of connected. Like, there's characters from Iron Fist that are in Daredevil, and there's characters from Daredevil that are in The Punisher, blah, blah, blah. So you need to watch all of them. You can just Google, like, what order should I watch the Marvel shows in, and it'll tell you what's the best way to watch them. Oh my gosh. Watch them. Netflix needs to freaking stop canceling everything. I am, like, livid. Why are you canceling The Punisher and Daredevil? Like, stop canceling it. The second that I finish the shows, they're like, oh, canceled. Stop. I think it might be because Disney bought Marvel, and I heard a rumor that Disney's, like, coming out with their own streaming service, so maybe they canceled it on Netflix so that they can stream it on their own service. I don't know, but please just freaking bring it back. Like, I will pay for your streaming service, but you better not change actors on me, because if I can't see John Bernthal as the Punisher, no, don't even bother. But a lot of people are upset about that, and, like, Eminem tweeted at Netflix, why the heck did you cancel The Punisher? And yes, I agree, Eminem, what the frick? And girls, like, if you think, oh, Marvel, like, but I don't want to watch that because it's just superheroes. No, watch it. It's so much more than, like, superhero stuff. I don't even consider that, like, a superhero show, because the characters are really relatable, and, like, it's, like, romantic and stuff too. So I would definitely watch it if your boyfriend's begging you to watch them. Do it. The next show that you need to check out is The Umbrella Academy. Weird. It's a weird show. I started watching it because, I don't know if you guys remember the band My Chemical Romance, but I was literally obsessed with them in, like, 6th grade. Total emo phase. Obsessed with My Chemical Romance. Posters all over my room. I went to 2 of their concerts. Like, love them. Well, the lead singer, Gerard Way, wrote the comics called The Umbrella Academy, and Netflix picked it up as a show, and now he's, like, an executive producer on it. So I was, like, curious to see what he made, because I still love him. It's weird, which I'm not surprised, because I feel like he's kind of weird, but it's so good. The characters are so good. It's like I said, kind of out there, but the story is really interesting. There's only 1 season, so if you watch it now, you're not going to be too far behind. And they left off season 1 with total cliffhanger. Like, I think they're definitely going to do season 2. Let me tell you, when you start season 1 and, like, how season 1 ends, it, like, takes a turn, let me tell you. So if you're not into the first few episodes, just keep watching, because, like, shit goes down and it gets kind of crazy. So highly recommend The Umbrella Academy. Now I'm going to turn into, like, a typical basic bitch and talk about all my Bravo reality shows that I'm obsessed with. Housewives of Beverly Hills. I watched it for Lisa Vanderpump. My girl, I love her so much. People need to, if you're watching this show, people need to stop freaking blaming Lisa Vanderpump for manipulating and, like, causing this whole big issue with Teddy and Dorit and all this nonsense, like, saying she's a manipulator, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit, even if she was? Dorit should have given the freaking dog back to Lisa in the beginning, and that would have been the end of it. And not for nothing, Teddy is such a freaking liar. When she showed those text messages saying that basically Lisa orchestrated this whole thing and wanted Teddy to know about the dog or whatever, she literally cropped the freaking text to 2 lines to only show that part, and, like, didn't even show any other parts of the text message, and lied the entire time. So, like, please stop making Lisa Vanderpump look bad, because she will never look bad. Like, she saves so many dogs. Please just stop. You're wasting your time. Anyway, On another Bravo note, if you don't watch Vanderpump Rules, what are you doing? It's just such a good show. Like, people keep cheating on each other, and go back to season 1 if you aren't caught up at all. Like, please go back and watch it because they're all so funny and entertaining, and they argue constantly. So watch that. Shout out Stassi. I love her so much. And her new boyfriend, Beau, they are so cute relationship goals. Like, I love them together. And I hope the show keeps going long enough until they get married, because if I don't see their wedding, I'm going to be really upset. So yeah, Vanderpump Rules, love it. And Katie needs to shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. She's such a bully. Like, oh my God. Yes, James called her fat, but what happened before he called her fat? She made fun of his outfit. So maybe if you didn't open your mouth at all, then he wouldn't have called you fat. Like, did you ever think of that? Like, I'm just saying. Not saying James should have called her fat, but she's not innocent either, and she needs to stop playing victim, and it's pissing me off. So there's that. Also, I want to watch that new show coming out on Hulu called The Act. I don't have Hulu, so that's frustrating. But it's that show about the true story when this mom made everybody believe that her daughter was severely disabled and had like all of these diseases and sicknesses, and like they got a house out of it and they were getting money from it and everything. And the whole time the girl could walk, like the mom had her in a wheelchair. And the whole time the girl could walk. Like, it's a whole big scandal that actually happened. But the girl, like, met this guy online, and I think they had the mom killed or something. I don't know. Not to spoil it, but, you know. That sounds like such a good show. I was reading documentaries on it and everything, and it's legit. So, that's pretty cray-cray. So, I'm not sure when that comes out, but definitely look out for that if you have Hulu. Okay, now I'm gonna get into movies. The other day, me and my boyfriend had an argument because there's a bunch of major movies apparently that I haven't seen, and to me, like, I don't care about any of them. Like, I watch Harry Potter and Mean Girls, and like, I'm good with that. Bridesmaids, like, those are big movies to me, which he hasn't seen all of those either. So to me, I'm like, how have you not seen the Harry Potter series? There's some movies that I haven't seen that he's like shook about, and if I don't watch them, he's like gonna have a heart attack. These are some of the ones that he was naming that I need to watch, apparently. Apollo 13, The Green Mile, I've seen part of, but never the whole thing. The Godfather, Saving Private Ryan, Scarface, The Matrix, Predator, Rocky, The Pursuit of Happiness, and Man on Fire. And I'm sure there's more, but those are the ones that he literally made me write down so that I can watch all of them. Let me know, are those like actually worth watching? Especially if you're a girl, like maybe these are more geared toward like guys. I don't know. I don't like to discriminate because I like a lot of guy stuff, but I just never have had the desire to watch any of those. So, also fun fact, I hadn't seen like any of the Star Wars movies until, I think I've seen like bits and pieces of them, but I hadn't watched the full thing until like a few years ago, and that's only because my boyfriend made me watch them. And when we were 17, he broke up with me because I fell asleep watching Star Wars for the first time. Like, literally, he broke up with me. But I'm sorry, if I'm tired, I can't stay awake. It doesn't matter what movie it is, what show, it doesn't matter. I cannot stay awake. Is that like a thing with anybody else? He doesn't believe me that it's like possible to force yourself to stay awake, but it's not possible for me. If I'm in a dark room with a TV, forget it. Good night, I'm going to sleep, because I will try everything I possibly can on this planet Earth, and I can't stay awake if I'm really tired. So whatever. Bottom line is, I fell asleep and all hell broke loose. We were like 17, like I said, but still. He freaking broke up with me because of Star Wars, and when he finally got over it, I, as a joke, like went over the top and had a Star Wars night and bought like a Star Wars t-shirt, got Star Wars plates, and bought him food and everything, and we watched the full thing so he can just freaking calm down. But yeah, we rewatched it, and it was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty entertaining. But I still think you should watch Harry Potter, so let me know your thoughts on that. Some movies that I'm really looking forward to watching is, I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet, but I know that won a lot of awards, and I've heard really good things about it, so I really want to watch that. Also, Captain Marvel is out right now in the theaters, and definitely want to watch that. I heard Brie Larson was at a movie theater in Clifton, New Jersey, which is pretty close to like where I live. And if any of you are from around here, you know like Clifton is such a random place for her to show up. Like it's not like she went to New York City or something. It's just some random ass town. I don't even know why she was there, but that's pretty awesome. I also want to watch Silence of the Lambs because like never saw that, and I love creepy, like I don't know if it's a horror movie, but I like creepy movies like that. Silence of the Lambs, I need to watch also. But I'll give you a slight review. We watched The Incredibles 2, and it was so funny. Like, oh my God, I'm not kidding. I wasn't that into the first Incredibles from what I remember. I mean, I saw it like years ago when I was younger, but I don't remember being too crazy about it. And The Incredibles 2 was so funny. Like, I was crying. It was really funny. So, definitely watch The Incredibles 2, even though I'm 24 and I don't know why I'm talking about The Incredibles right now, but it's Disney, so. And also, we watched Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart and The Rock, and that was actually really funny, too. I know that's a few years old, but it was on TV, and I watched it, and it was actually really funny. So, check out that movie also. Okay, now I am going to get into some of my favorite music so far this month. This one's pretty obvious, but Ariana Grande's new album is amazing, and I'm not just saying that. I feel like I love all her albums, but I feel like her other albums, she kind of had to prove herself, like, vocally. You know, people became obsessed with her because her vocals are so good, so I feel like she needed to prove that in her first few albums, and she didn't have as much input into what she wanted to create, maybe. But this album is more, like, deep, and the lyrics are more interesting, and I think she had more of a say in what was going on with her album, so it's more personal. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it was really good. I love NASA. That's such a good song. That's my favorite. In My Head is really good. Ghostin' is really good. If you haven't listened to that, she's talking about her relationship with Pete and Mac Miller. Like, oh God, you'll probably cry. It was so good. But all the others are also like amazing. I love her album. I also want to go see her on tour, but it is so expensive. Tickets are like $300, and I saw her 2 times already, and the tickets just keep going up and up every time. I think last time it was only like $175, but she gets bigger, so the ticket prices go up, which sucks, especially because it's at Madison Square Garden. So, but hopefully I'll go see her on tour. If you haven't seen her on tour, go, because her voice is even better in person than recorded. Like, I'm not kidding. Okay, also, music-wise, I never thought I would be into K-pop. I know K-pop is, like, a big thing, and, like, BTS is a big thing. I'm personally not crazy about them. I was watching one of those music videos on YouTube where they take out the music from the music video and replace it with, like, actual sound effects. They're really funny. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I think it's called, like, I don't even know what it's called. Just Google music videos with no music, and it'll probably pop up. It was a compilation of the most watched music videos on YouTube. So it was like a countdown, and they had a video of Blackpink. It's a girl group. It's 4 girls. They're called Blackpink, and their song is called Do 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 Do. I think it's called, is that how you say it? Do 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 do, hit you with that do 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 do. Yeah, I guess it's called do 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 do. It just sounds really stupid when I talk it. But anyway, so I saw this song, and the music video was like really well made, and it had 600 million views. And so I Googled the song, and I was like, damn, this is a pretty good song. Like, I have no idea what they're saying because most of it is in Japanese or Korean or whatever language they're speaking. So I have no idea what they're saying, but it's super catchy, and the music is like really good. So, like, I'm literally obsessed with that song. Ever since I found them, they're popping up everywhere. They've been on, like, Good Morning America, and they're playing at Coachella. Some of their other songs are very catchy also. So, like, check out Blackpink. Just check them out, even if you're not into K-pop. So, Selena Gomez has a new song. I think it's with J Balvin, I want to say. But it's called I Can't Get Enough. It's pretty catchy. Like, the lyrics aren't anything crazy, but the beat's pretty catchy, and the music video is them jumping on a giant bed, so I'm into that. Sabrina Carpenter is very underrated. Check her out if you haven't. I think she's gonna be, like, huge one day, but, like, her songs are so good. She has a new song that she just released called Pushing 20. Love it so much. Sue Me is another good song. She has a lot of good songs, so check Sabrina Carpenter out. The Chainsmokers with 5 Seconds of Summer, Who Do You Love that song. I feel like the Chainsmokers can't do any wrong. They're always coming out with such good stuff. I love 5 Seconds of Summer. I think that's kind of unique that the Chainsmokers did a collab with a band. Didn't really see that coming, but I like it. BB Rexa, love her. She is body goals. Like, it amazes me that designers won't work with her because they think that she's fat. She's not even freaking fat. She has thick thighs and that's it, and you go, girl. I love her. Her new song Last Hurrah is out and I love it. Love her too. She can't really do any wrong. But I love BB Rexa. I feel like she kind of doesn't get enough credit sometimes. Okay, this last one is Avril Lavigne has a new song called Dumb Blonde with Nicki Minaj. It's catchy, but it's kind of like cheesy. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty catchy. Just go check it out. But I feel like she's kind of too old to be like singing like, I don't know. Go listen to the song and then you'll see what I mean. But yeah, Avril Lavigne has a new song, so go listen to it because I love Avril Lavigne. Her old music was so good. Love it. Okay, last for my favorites that I'm going to be talking about is apps. There is an app called Untapped, and if you are a beer person, you should definitely download it. So it's basically an app where if you are out at a bar and you try a beer, you can go onto Untapped and look up the beer, and it'll pop up, and then you can rate it. So you remember if you liked it or not, and you can let other people know what you thought about it. It helps you remember which beers you've tried, and you can also like look up descriptions of the beer and ratings that other people have posted. So if you aren't sure if you want to try it or not, this will help you get an idea if you think you might be interested. So it's a really cool app, and you can also sign up for this beer card where you get discounts. Like you can get 10% off of your bill. You can get 10% off of your bill at participating bars. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've actually kind of gotten more into like beer since this app because I'm figuring out which beers I like to try and which ones I don't. So check it out. Also, check out the app called Preview. It's an app where before you upload a picture to Instagram, you upload it to this Preview app. And it's connected to your Instagram, so it brings up your feed, and you can basically like pick. They have so many filters to pick from. They have some free ones, or I think it comes with 2 filter packs, and if you want more filter packs, you can buy them. I think they're like $2 or $3, but they have so many filters you can choose from. And if you want to have an Instagram feed that's like in sync and what's the word I'm looking for? Cohesive. If you want it to look like it goes together aesthetically, get this app because you can preview what the new post will look like with the rest of your Instagram feed to see if it matches, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's a really awesome app for editing your photos. Now, to end this podcast, I would like to do a YouTube shout out because like I said, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Sour Rita. Unless you're on it right now watching me, then never mind. Thank you. But subscribe. So I want to do some YouTube shout outs because I have a YouTube channel and I love watching YouTube videos. I would just like to have a shout out to everyone that I watch that is having babies because all of the vloggers that I watch are having babies or had a baby. Kyler and Mad, love them. If you haven't checked out their channel, check them out. They have the cutest family. They have a set of twins, Tatum and Oakley, and they're so freaking cute, and she literally just had another baby, and they have like the birth vlogs up and everything, so check out that because they're so cute. Savannah and Cole also are amazing. Check them out. She has a little girl named Everly who is so funny and cute, and she also just had a baby. Everybody's having babies. Aspen, I don't know how to say her last name, Aspen Ovard, she just found out she's pregnant, so go check out her channel because she has gender reveals and everything like that. Colleen Ballinger, who's Miranda Sings, she also just had a baby. There's like so many babies popping out in the YouTube world, but I love all of those. These are like the vlogs that I watch religiously, so if you're into baby stuff, go to their channels because you'll be very entertained. So I think that's it for this episode. I'll be doing this every month. I'll let you know my favorites, and hopefully I inspired you to check out some of these things that I talked about. If you haven't followed me on social media yet, check out my Instagram. Check out my Instagram and Twitter. It's at Sarah with 2 H's, Rita with 2 A's, and check out my YouTube channel. It's called Sarah Rita, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.